Okay. So now we're going to the actual heart of the speech, motivation. Okay. I know, right? Yeah. That's a pretty good icebreaker, right? Right? Okay. So I was interested in doing something for the camp, but for the first couple weeks, I had no idea what I wanted to do at all. I got the test under my belt, and Grandmaster Schmidt approached me when we were talking after the test. And when he asked me, then I knew. I want to do motivation. Before the test, I was having a hard time actually getting to that point. And when I was done, I felt like $1,000,000. And if I didn't do it, I would have kicked myself in the butt for the rest of my life. I knew that I had to share what I use, when you talk about the gym every day, when I work out, when I struggle with everything, day-to-day life. We all have peaks and valleys, but you got to keep going. So there's always times in our life when it feels like it rains or pours. And it's at that time when the motivation that you have in you and around you is so important. Do you crumble and give up? Do you rise up like a phoenix from the ashes and just harness the situation? The choice is yours. It's just what do you want to make. Also, like as a friend or a family, it's your job to offer that assistance. Are you going to be that mortar that patches up your friends and your family to make sure they don't crumble? Or do you sit by as a bystander not caring and being selfish and letting them crumble? Especially in the martial arts, we have to be that person to help each other, to hold each other accountable. And like we said before, to call each other out on your faults. Don't say what the easy thing is to say. You said you're going to do this. You didn't do it. Don't pat them on the back. Have them have accountability. Make them a better person. It might make them mad for 5-10 minutes, but in a month from now, they're going to be so much better than they were before, okay? So motivation is defined as a process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. Motivation is what causes us to act, whether it's as simple as you're thirsty, so you go get a glass of water, or reading a book to gain knowledge. It involves biological, emotional, and cognitive forces that activate behavior within us. So what motivates you? What pushes you as a person? We're all different. We all have little switches. We all have that point. What makes you get out of bed in the morning to try to achieve that different level? Is it success, hope, determination? Is it constantly striving to better yourself and the situation around you? Or is it the opposite? Why did you give up? Why did you lose your motivation? Why did you settle for where you're at and say it's good enough? In this talk, we're going to look at how to ignite the fires within us and never settle and never surrender. Every day we need to improve, whether it's in large or small ways. We always need to improve. Winston Churchill had to motivate a country that was facing the most intimidating enemy the world's ever seen in 1940. To start the speech, he said, "We shall not flag or fail. We shall go on to the end." Just that beginning line. What does that mean? We shall not flag or fail. Nobody ever talks like that anymore. What that means is the flag is always a symbol of surrender. It's either a signal of strength or surrender. So don't wave the white flag and don't surrender. Don't flag or fail, okay? One of the best analogies I've heard is that if you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. With that story, I learned a long time ago when I was starting college, and I love the story. And I always try to just internalize it and share it. So there's a story that goes along with being successful as bad as you want to breathe. So there was a young man. He wanted to make a lot of money. So he went to a guru, an old guru. Told the guru, "I want to be in the same level you are. I want to make as much money as you." The guru said, "If you want to be in the same level that I'm on, meet me tomorrow night at the beach." The young man's like, "All right, that's easy." So about 4 a.m., kid shows up wearing a suit. The old man looks at him, probably should have worn shorts and shoes, but the old man grabs his hand and said, "How bad do you want to be successful?" The kid says, "Real bad." He said, "Okay, prove it to me and walk out in the water." So the kid walks out, about waist deep, just shaking his head. This man's crazy. I'm here to learn how to make money. You guys are out here swimming. You didn't ask me to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. So the old man looks at him and says, all right, walk out a little bit further. Kid just rolls his eyes, walks a little bit further, right around his shoulder area. And he's like, I just want to make money. And I think he will. Walk out a little further. The kid almost turned around, decided to give this old man one more chance. Took one step, and the old man grabbed his head and shoved it underwater. He held it down, kid's cricking, screaming, trying to claw above the water, just trying to live, scared out of his mind. This old man trying to drown him. Right before he goes limp, the old man pulls his head out of the water. Old man looks right in his scared eyes and said, when you want to breathe as bad as you want to be successful, then you'll be successful. So basically, I don't know, like we have one person here that I know that has asthma, and I know a lot of people here have taken an asthma, a black belt test. So when you take one of those, you always have SOBs. You have shortness of breath. The only thing you want to do is breathe. We all hate the SOBs. So when you're breathing and wheezing and trying not to pass out, the only thing you care about is getting some air. You don't care about video games, you don't care about cell phones, you don't care about movies, you don't care about any of that crap. You just care about breathing. So whenever you start to struggle with something, it's really simple. There's no distractions, there's no reason for anything. You gotta be successful as bad as you want to breathe. Now, we need to understand that people can motivate us, but ultimately it's our choice to decide whether or not we achieve those goals. When Grandmaster leads a class, he's always telling us about heart. He can show us the techniques, he can tell us what he wants, but he can't make us put the effort in. He can't make us not quit. Like he always says, he can throw us against the wall, but it's our choice if we want to stick. The same goes with motivation. Once someone gives you the push, you decide how far you go. To build off this, we need to find that switch in us that ignites that fire. If we are ever presented with a situation to protect ourselves, family, friends, even a stranger, whoever it may be, you have to find that switch to do so. I say switch because you can't walk around like a wound up person all the time, we'll say person, to defend yourself at all the time, or think everyone's going to be an enemy. You have to have trust, you have to have love. But the idea is you have to have that switch. So the same thing goes with class. We're doing self-defense, one-steps, forms, any of that. You have to have that switch, especially when it comes to competition. And you have to have that intensity. You don't have to walk around egotistical and that maniac look in your eyes. Just find what that is inside of you to get to that point. Some people have anger. They go to that point in their life that causes them so much rage, they can push past anything. Some people choose hurt, that moment that they never want to feel ever again. So they use that to make sure they never feel that ever again. And sometimes it just comes to survival. They have a family. They want to make sure they go home to their family. They want to make sure that there's nothing that comes before their family. Find that switch that you have that's going to make you be able to go on and off, but still be who you are. That's going to help you get out of many situations, protect yourself, but it's also going to help you in your day-to-day life. That's what comes down to perseverance, if you know how to switch it on when you really need it. So I put together some music, and then kind of like Master Smith said before, some motivational overtones to kind of dig down deep and try to start igniting some emotions out of you. And some of these are ones that I like to use sometimes when I'm either having a bad day or if I'm trying to get energized. And other ones are just great sometimes to hear. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play the music here. It's about 5 minutes. And if you want to close your eyes, just listen, that's fine. If you want to jot something down, that's fine. But as you're listening, see if you can identify a switch. Try to identify what the message is they said and what got you motivated about it. What all of a sudden got you like, yeah, I want to get up and do something. All right? Try to start figuring out about yourselves. Okay? So we're going to play this here quick. Because like I said, we're all different. So what works for me might not work for you. Are you anger? Are you fear? What are you?
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
The margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second.
You got a dream. You got to protect it. You can't do something themselves. I tell you, you can't. You want something? Go get it. Get it.
Don't be afraid to fail. You can't always win, but don't be afraid of making decisions.
You have to believe that something different can happen. He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. And most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it bad and then you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us.
Deep down, ask yourselves, who do you want to be? Figuring out for yourselves what makes you happy, no matter how crazy it may sound to other people.
Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why. Why can't I do that?
What you said to the kid, it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Get up. And don't ever give up.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time.
To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Most of you won't be successful because when you study it and you get tired, you quit. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good at writing because you have never written before. Talent is naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. If you are not making someone else's life better, then you're wasting your time. Don't try to give up. Try to keep going. Don't try to quit. You already get paid. You already hurt. Get a reward from it.
Now if you know what you're worth, then go on and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not point the finger saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them
one thing that they like?
I'd say what got me going was Stallone at the beginning. The end of that first speech just clicked it on. But then as the music went down, so did the motivation. As soon as the music picked up,
Yep.
you got into Stevie.
So the biggest step is identify what you need as a person, okay? And then whatever that is, then make sure you do it. So now we have to end on the high note, okay? We have to do two things. So the first thing is accountability, okay? We're all here. We're all here to get some out this weekend. We're all here to motivate each other. So we're all going to stand up, and we're not going to move on until we're all sitting down and you tell everybody one thing you want to prove, whether it's good, bad, big, small, I don't care. But it's going to be accountability. If I don't know how to help you, then I can't help you. If he doesn't know how to help me, he can't help me. He's going to look at me like a deer in headlights and say, good job. You're doing good. So, let's all stand up. So the biggest thing I need to work on is mental strength. Because sometimes when I start to falter, I'm my own worst enemy. So who's next?
I'll go. It's been 14 years since I was an active ATKI student under Grandmaster Schmidt. I've been out in the world doing other things, and I look at the curriculum today and I go, oh my God, I gotta get cane and gun and all this stuff. Seems like a nice challenge.
Sounds good. And if you go, then you want to have a seat, please. We
Oh, I will.
Yeah, that's thank you.
That's why I went first.
Okay. Everybody perfect?
I'll go.
Okay.
Just putting myself out there, and one of the messages in there was don't be afraid of failure, so just getting out there and doing what I have to do.
Failure lasts forever.
Time commitment. Plain simple. More commitment to my time into actually my own training.
Sounds good.
Stop making excuses. Start just doing instead of thinking about it.
That's always a super hard one to do, but I think we can all help each other with that one, right?
Yes,
Sure. Quit freaking out over the small mistakes and just keep holding back. Just focus, keep going through and break through that barrier. Move ahead.
Yeah. Speed bumps really mess up your focus sometimes. Yep.
Stay at the same rank for way too long.
Red belt, black belt.
Come talk to me.
My goal for this weekend is to step out of my comfort zone, out of some of the basics that I've been doing for a while, and step it up and actually pursue some of the more challenging things, as well as pushing myself to do better in the basics.
Awesome. Okay.
I think one thing that I really have a problem with is just trying to not freak out over the really challenging parts of what's going to happen, and just trying to let it happen and just tap into it and just go, because I get really anxious about it.
Yep. Looking at the end goals always overwhelming, so take the baby steps and look at the small steps.
Yes, mine is just not being overwhelmed with all the requirements that I might need to learn for my next ball rank, but, you know, just do baby steps, take one thing at a time, don't be overwhelmed, and do the best I can and not be afraid to fail.
Mine's working on endurance and keep pushing.
Okay.
Keep myself focused and don't start myself thin.
I'd like to work on not being so afraid of my own progress and just letting myself move forward.
Being your own worst enemy.
Not to be concerned with like new forms coming, where I like get it all right away and kind of ease into it.
Slow down ambition. Yeah. Lord?
Is to try harder at every technique and stop slacking off on them.
Not worry so much about little things,
I agree. Little things eat me alive.
Yeah.
I know. I need to work on that too. That's, yeah. Give me a big thing. I hate little things. Yeah.
Rein myself in, so don't be overly ambitious.
I care way too much about what other people think of me, and I think that insults the judgment of people who tell me I'm doing okay.
I guess mine would be not quitting whenever something got difficult, whether it's here or at school. Just keep my head up and keep moving forward.
Learn how to take the hits better, because criticism is a strong secret.
Mine, sir, would be, to put it simply, just let things go.
Sounds good. Be like a duck and let the water go off your back, huh? There you go. No, so good. So the idea is we all have to be accountable now. Okay? We all said a lot of the same things. We all have something we don't like, we want to improve this and that, okay? So we're all human. We all have to get over that. But now we're a big family. We're the ATKI. We have to hold each other accountable and make each other the better people we are. So now as we just tore each other down, let's all stand up one more time and be done. Sir. Let's get in the comfortable fighting stance, okay? Now let's end with a little bit of energy. Just nice and comfortable. Just a little bit. Now, we're going to be eating soon, so you have to like really get the blood flow, okay? Because otherwise we're just not going to eat, ever, okay? So, I got to believe that you guys are awake and that you're going to be social here in a little bit. So we're going to just yell some stuff here, a little bit of a chant, and we're going to kind of get this motivation going for tomorrow, okay? When I say yell, I don't mean talk loudly. I mean we're going to yell, okay? Okay. So,